Me and my colleague Corey Pronman have had lots of debates about Frank over the years. We sort of landed on, and frankly, Corey's not alone in that. So that's not me like throwing Corey under the bus. There are plenty of NHL scouts and people from around hockey, college hockey, the NTDP. There were people who weren't really sure what Frank would be in the NHL, and they weren't sure whether he was a center or whether he was a winger. They weren't sure how dynamic he would be offensively, despite being very talented and despite being an excellent skater as a 5'9" player. What does that look like in the NHL? And there were all sorts of real questions about Frank. I've always fell in the camp that with the combination of his skating and his feel on the puck and his elusiveness and the way that he has learned to use his skating, I always felt that it would work. When he was at the NTDP, one of the big problems he had, especially in his U17 year at the NTDP, was and I spoke with their coaching staff about this over the years, but he was always getting ahead of the play, and he was always just speed. And I think what has helped Frank adjust his game, especially since coming back from the injuries that he did in college, what has helped Frank adjust has just sort of picking and choosing when he's using that speed, not cheating for his offense. I still think there's always going to be a little bit of that. Like you sort of want him cheating up ice at times and looking to attack off the rush and that kind of a thing. You want him trying to make plays, even if it comes with the odd turnover at the offensive zone blue line. But he also works hard enough, I think. I think he's competitive enough. And as a result, I've always believed in him as sort of a second-line guy. I don't think Frank, in the future Blackhawks team that's back in a contending window, I don't think Frank's playing on a first line. But could Frank be a sort of productive power play second-line center or second-line winger in the NHL and have a really nice career? I think absolutely. With the way he skates, the way he handles the puck, the way he passes the puck, I think it's going to work for him and click for him eventually. Now it's just about, similar to Artie, it's about learning when to use his skills and sort of the know-how on the ice, because I think sometimes he's just out there trying to make things happen and gets himself in a little bit of trouble and can sort of pull himself out of games at times just by pulling himself to the perimeter and that kind of a thing. But he's got the talent, he's got the skating. He's a good kid. Like I think he's gonna figure it out, and I've always been a believer.
We all silly like the mayor.